Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to the Vocal Chamber. It's your girl, Denden. I'm super excited that I get to host today's episode. However, I want to touch on last week's episode with our girl, Naima Sahar, and special guest, MJ Ricardo. So just in case you missed it, it was an incredible, very interesting interview that they had, and it's really neat to see the different stories of and the different backgrounds of music artists. People come up from different places. They have their own way on coming into the business. And MJ actually shares 5 tips to incoming artists. So definitely check that out. And you can view that on E25 Records Facebook page, as well as our YouTube channel. Now, moving forward, this is why I'm excited. I have the privilege to interview an individual who just released a single called Break the Chain, which was intended for all of us during these interesting times of this pandemic. And not only that, but to acknowledge the frontliners out there. And he actually performed just recently on EBC's Enjoy Music Beyond the Crisis. And I'm just gonna bring him onto the show right now because I just wanna ask him questions. So if everyone can welcome me, M.I.C.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's
hey, Denden,
good?
how's it going?
It's going great, man. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I'm good, just doing my thing and finally getting back in the groove of writing music again.
Yes. And speaking of back in the groove, before we continue, I just want to share with the viewers that I've known M.I.C for quite a few years. We actually lived in the same hood in San Diego for 7 years. And M.I.C, I'm just going to call you Mike because I know you by Mike. We didn't even know we both liked hip hop. Why?
I didn't even know either. I had no idea. Like, it came to my surprise that, oh, wow, Denden can rap too? That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah. It was just never in our conversation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And to be completely honest, dude, your demeanor, I guess I didn't read that and feel that vibe of you being a rapper.
No.
Just to be honest.
No, it's gonna surprise a lot of people.
Yeah. How long have you been writing music?
Since I was 14. So yeah, like even way back in sometime in the 90s, that I've been writing my own rap songs, since back then.
So in the 90s, and back in the 90s, like when I think of 90s, I think of 90s R&B. Right. What kind of music what were you writing about at that time?
Well, like what any teenager would write about, whatever angers them, whatever gets on their nerves, and that's what rappers do. They always talk trash, and I guess that's what I did, and I found the ability to put words together and to make things rhyme. And I was like, why not? And this sounds pretty fly too. Whenever I would bust a rap, it would sound like an actual rap, So I was like, stuck to it.
Yeah. So I like how you say that, rappers, we always rap about our emotions and talking trash.
Right, yeah.
Now, thinking back, let's go back there. Do you remember any specifics, like who exactly you were talking trash about?
Well, no, it's not only trash talking, but there's love raps, like what LL Cool J does. I wanted to rap like him. There was a lot of love raps involved too, but like, to answer your question, it's just general people in high school. You don't really get along with everybody there. So, what better way to vent it out than just, bust out the pen and the paper and just start writing stuff. Just be creative with it somehow.
I love it. I love that you mentioned being creative with it, because that's the thing. That's our outlet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, then, did you record any of your stuff during that time?
Yeah. During that time, all we had, I used my dad's karaoke machine, and I just looked for instrumentals on tape, and just recorded myself that way.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know what happened to a lot of those tapes that I recorded, but they're around somewhere.
Man, you gotta dig those up, man. Bring those out and make a mixtape for all of us to hear.
Right. The Lost Archives or something like that.
That's right. That would be a good title to your album. So, San Diego, going back there, I know, a lot of you were born and raised there, yeah?
Right. Yeah, San Diego.
So, what is the hip hop vibe like over there?
Well, um, I'm like my the way I rap is kind of the antithesis of what everybody represents here, because everybody's like about Cali life or 619 or that stuff. It's cool and all, but I just wasn't into that vibe. I was really into whatever I wanted to talk about. Like I wanted to put anime or like
Mhm.
video games into my rap songs, because that's what I knew and that's what I grew up on. So the hip hop scene, surprisingly, there is like an underground scene that I didn't really discover until like in the 2000s.
Mhm.
And yeah, there's like an underground scene, but I didn't really see any of these guys get big or anything. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess it's just a lot of local talent that just stays here in San Diego, and you know, um, yeah, like they don't get as big as like those underground artists from LA. Like I don't know. There's so many to name out there. Like
Right.
Blue. I don't know if you've heard of Blue. Yeah, he's one
I
of my
have
favorite
heard of
rappers
Blue.
out there. People Under the Stairs. That's another underground act from LA that went large. Yeah,
That's
but like the biggest thing that came out of San Diego is like J.O. Felony and surprisingly Nick Cannon.
Oh, from San Diego?
Yeah, yeah, Nick Cannon's
I
from
did
San
not
Diego.
know that.
Hmm.
Hey, that's pretty dope. So, knowing that a lot of underground work is, it's pretty prominent there, how do you feel knowing that your music was able to surface from the underground and actually be exposed to the world, especially during this recent performance uh, at the EBC celebration online?
Well, to be honest, I don't feel any different really. I mean, yeah, it is out in the world, but um, I can talk to anybody like around San Diego and still be like, oh, have you heard the song "Break the Chain"? But they won't know about it.
Right, right,
But yeah, but we're hoping like it will reach the masses. That that's our goal here.
right.
Um, yeah.
Most definitely. Now, speaking of Break the Chain, can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind that song?
Well, break the chain. The idea came from somebody. Somebody was like talking about um, it was kind of like a challenge. They're talking about um, like there's like a chain between the word virus,
Hmm.
and then with the way I like rapping, um, I use a lot of wordplay. I always try to be witty with words and letters and stuff. So I was like, wait a minute, okay, so virus. So you put you and I out of the word virus, you get the word verse, right? Or
Right.
VRS. Yeah, so it pretty much birthed it from that idea, and then that's when I worked on the hook or the chorus, and yeah, I just roll with it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
And
there was a little help from one of our very own E25 Praiseworthy. Shout out to Praiseworthy. He
yeah,
kind of helped out on you know writing that hook.
I love it. And that's pretty. One thing that I love about E25 Records and the artists there, the collaboration, right?
Hmm.
How
Yeah.
how was that experience collaborating with Praiseworthy with the hook?
Well, I know he has a lot of advice to offer too, and I look forward to working with him and Lil Jason, just everybody, and that's funny how you yeah was it MJ, right, who came
Yeah.
on last week's show. I know
Yeah.
him too,
Do you
and
really?
he knows me. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
a small world.
It really is, and it's pretty incredible that music is the one that brought us together, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
So
was on the music level that we connected.
exactly. And Mike, can you give us or tell us more about what inspired you, to come back to music, to grab that pen and start writing down those wordplays on paper? What was it? What's the inspiration that flipped that switch again?
Well, it's because there's a lot of things, a lot of mature things that can be talked about in rap songs today, and you know, um, I'm just gonna bring it out there. I'm 40 years old. I
Okay.
just I just turned 40 a few months ago,
You don't
and
look like you're
people
40.
may be thinking, well, what's a 40-year-old rapper doing? Why is he still rapping? Well, the truth is, like, I grew up in the hip hop generation, and there was a lot of people who were like, I mean, check it out, like the Jizza. How old is the Jizza? He was born in '66, so he must be like 54 now or something, and he's still doing this thing, and he's dope as ever. So,
Right.
I'm thinking, um, there's a line in a song that I just made, where I say, I don't inspire, I don't impress or inspire, I'm serving my purpose. So that's exactly
Ooh,
what
that's
I'm saying, because I feel like I haven't served my purpose yet. After all these years, um just writing things, making music, I feel like I haven't gone there yet. So with Break the Chain and these other songs that I recently made, um, this is going to be a catalyst
yeah.
to reaching that stratosphere where I want the message, grown man rap to be recognized.
Yes. And what's going to be so exciting for us, we can't wait till your music comes out because there's a whole different demographic waiting for a more mature level of music and lyrics.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
man, I give mad props to you, Mike, for embarking in that. That's wonderful. Now, can you give or share any tips on writing music and pretty much how you can find that purpose in your material?
Um, be authentic, be yourself. Don't follow the trends, per se. But
Mhm.
like, make sure that your expression is you, and don't pretend that you're from somewhere else, and don't talk about a life that you didn't live. Just be absolutely honest, and look back to your own roots also. Like, you want to get ethnic with it, there's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that at all. That's what I want to see, actually, and that's kind of what I want to do in the future. Like talk about my Filipino background, and get into like ancestry, and even delve into some history that nobody knows about. Because yeah, that's the biggest tip that I want to give. Tell them something they don't know.
Mm, deep. Yeah, man. And that's one way you can definitely separate yourself from the other artists. Tell them
Mhm.
something you don't know. Mike, thank you so much for sharing those tips with us. All right, guys. So when we come back, we're gonna get a performance from M.I.C. So stay locked with us. Hey, welcome back, guys. You are watching The Vocal Chamber. I'm your host, Denden. And now we're about to see a performance from M.I.C. Mike, take it away, man.
All right, check it out. All right. So much to do, so little time. All these priorities got me in a bind. The pressure of the world and burdens are heavy laden. I only got 2 hands, but there's so many waiting. No time to be careless in this perilous trip. Like a psychotic acrobat ready to flip. Pressing on in the incline, carry the weight. Heart pumping like a tire, high are the stakes. Clear a path up, take my chance, there won't be a second one. Hit the ground running like a wartime veteran. Succumbing or monitored on a red line. Steam coming out the ears and we fear there's no bedtime. Sleep is for the weak, aggravating my attitude. Money doesn't grow in the same place that apples do. Give me a quarter rest. Organize my thoughts, relieve the stress. Pressure, 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 can't stand it. And it makes me want to turn back time like standing. In this race, the nice guy won't finish last. Do what I gotta do, then disappear in a flash. Pressure, 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 can't stand it. And it makes me want to turn back time like standing. In this race, the nice guy won't finish last. Do what I gotta do, then disappear in a flash. Walk the plank 2 stories high. No looking back, no looking down. Can only move forward. Already burnt the first try. It's double or nothing now. Let's give him 100 rounds. Pound for pound, made pack a hit. Ain't gonna hold me though. Hold me down. Hold it now. No pause button. It is only now. Too close to quit. I can smell the victory. Let me have it. It's time for mine and to shine. They say it's unsurmountable. I'll be highly accountable. The risk is great, so the reward is valuable. Let me do what I gotta do, or better yet, do what I was told. On a whole, I was guided here. I can just be a follower or a pioneer. In the end, the bread is made. We got it from here. I want to thank my people for their service. I don't impress or inspire. I'm fulfilling my purpose. Pressure, 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 can't stand it. And it makes me want to turn back time like standing. In this race, the nice guy won't finish last. Do what I gotta do, then disappear in a flash. Pressure, 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 can't stand it. And it makes me want to turn back time like standing. In this race, the nice guy won't finish last. Do what I gotta do, then disappear in a flash.
Nice, Mike. Dude, that was dope. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind that song?
Well, you know, a lot of adults are pressured and they go through a lot. You know, like this is especially for those who have their own kids. You know, they feel like there's a lot coming down on them. There's all these responsibilities, and going back to my topic about grown, you know, like grown up subjects. That's you know, just the tip of the iceberg that of you know what I was trying to present there. You know, as far as that goes.
Nice. Thank you so much again for joining us here at the Vocal Chamber. We really look forward to your incoming music. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, guys, we appreciate everyone for holding it down with us, kicking it with myself and with M.I.C. You know, some of the things that I'd like to leave you with is what I actually picked up from Mike just moments ago. You know, tips on what we can use as we're writing music. And those things are, my major gem from today is to be completely authentic, right? When you're writing, and to write about something that people don't know about. Be authentic and write about something people don't know about. You're watching the Vocal Chamber. Make sure that you drop us a comment, hashtag the Vocal Chamber, hashtag E25 Records. Like us on Facebook, and if you're not already, follow us also on our YouTube channel and subscribe. It's your girl Denden. We live in interesting times. See y'all next time.